Love is alive in the space between us. Feel that love right now. God speaks out in the words between us. Hear those words right now. I am whole. Feel that love right now. You are whole. God speaks out leads. There is beauty. Hear those words right between us. Spirit shines in the light between us. See that light right now. Peace is born in the good between us. Be that peace right now.
Good morning. We have a bit of a traffic jam at the main door, so I'm going to wait just one moment, let people get in. And welcome to Unity Columbine Spiritual Center, where centered in God, we celebrate a world of harmony, peace, and abundance for all. And today, for our music, we welcome Stephanie Chang for the first time. Thank you for being with us. And we welcome back Kat Ackerman. So let's stand and sing.
Good morning. It's good to see you all this morning. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shine upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've been set free. I'm released. I've been set free. I'm released. The burden of my past has gone away at last. I've been set free. I'm released. Sweet rain that washes me clean. Sweet rain that washes me clean. Mind creates all things, into my life it brings. Sweet rain that washes me clean. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shine upon my face. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me.
And now we welcome up the children so that they can let us know what they're going to be working on today. I don't think Jeannie can hear me back there. Come on in, children. Oh, here they go. You heard me. Great. Will you hold this and give it to Jeannie when she comes up? Yes.
Thank you. Do you want to just lead the morning? Hi, Columbine. I don't want to stand in front of Holly. I'm going to go on this side of you. All right, if all the kids will come up, I think we're just about here. We are getting so excited because in 2 weeks, do you guys know what's happening in 2 weeks? That's true, Thanksgiving.
Wait, is it the? I forget. I forget what it's called.
It's a table. It's about a table.
Yes, it's the crowded table.
Crowded table, which you can tell, right? We're going to have some tables up here. The youth is doing the entire service. We are so excited, you guys, and we really want everyone to come and support us. So we are doing the greeting, we're doing the singing, we're doing the talk, we're doing the collecting of offering, we're doing it all. And it's going to be super, super exciting. And I don't have my co-director here. Oh, she is here. I didn't see her come in. Did you want to say anything else? Okay. All right, you can bless us out.
words are on the screen. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm our life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. One more time. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place.
And that's a good segue into our meditative moments here. So we will start with music and then prayer and silent meditation led by Reverend Sue.
In this moment. when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
And so I invite you into a time of prayer with me. Gently close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Take a deep, cleansing breath. Allow these words to sink into your heart space, to really resonate with these words that Stephanie just sang. There is only love. There is only love. In Spirit, when I see something that doesn't look like love, I know it's my invitation, my opportunity to be that love, to express that love, to bring that love forth that is within me. Because I know I'm created in love, created as love. That each of us is that love that we want to see in the world. And each of us can be the love with our hands, with our feet, with our voices, with our presence. That we are that love. We are it. In the allness that is Spirit, in the allness that is God or the universe or life or whatever you want to call it, we know that, I know that I am part of it. I am the eachness of that allness. I am a unique, individualized expression of that allness. And as that, I have all this ability, this capacity to bring life to that which is good, to that which is holy, to that which is peaceful and joyful and wise. And as I bring all these qualities forth into the world, then my vision of the world sees it more freely, sees it more clearly. And I can make a difference. As each of us can make a difference, as we remember who we are. So thank you, Spirit, with this immense gratitude for this awareness, for as long as I can stay awake to it, for as long as I can remember it. I hold it for myself. I hold it for each one of you. I hold it for every person on our prayer list, every prayer request that comes into our prayer box in the lobby, and holding this love that is all of us. My circle just gets wider and wider. And so thank you.
Thank you, Spirit, for this remembrance. And now I invite each of us to have a moment of aligning with that part of ourselves that knows this to be true. We'll spend a few moments in the silence, so remembering who we are.
When you hear a voice no one else can hear, yet it's clear and loud and ringing in your ear, and you finally know what it's time to do, that's your true calling, calling you. Yeah, your true calling, calling you. When your heart's wide open 'cause your mind's been changed and the dreams you dream are not the same, there's a gate that's open you can walk right through, that's your true calling, calling you. Yeah, your true calling is calling you. You ask yourself, is this a voice I can trust? You think you can't, but you know that you must. You're afraid you'll fall if you let go, but there's only one way you'll ever know. Those wings you keep folded are meant to be used when your true calling is calling you. Yeah, your true calling is calling you. You ask yourself, am I asking too much? You think you can't, but you know that you must. When your heart's wide open 'cause your mind's been changed and the dreams you dream are not the same, there's a gate that's open you can walk right through, that's your true calling, calling you. Yeah, your true calling is calling you. Your true calling is calling you.
Thanks, Stephanie. Kat, a lot of firsts today. Stephanie's first time here. This is the first time I get to introduce our speaker as not a guest, but as our interim associate minister. Yeah. So Reverend Pedro Silva is a progressive ordained UCC minister, poet, spiritual teacher dedicated to helping people live in continued intimacy with the divine. Definitely heart-centered unity, sounds like. Rooted in the inclusive tradition of the United Church of Christ and shaped by years of interfaith work, Pedro draws wisdom from world religions, philosophy, family systems theory, and the Enneagram to guide individuals and communities toward greater wholeness and harmony. His studies at the Edward Casey Foundation deepened his understanding of love as the creative force of the universe, while his personal mentorship with Bishop Carlton Pearson grounded his ministry in the radical inclusion of grace. As founder of the Liberation Comedy Project, Pedro uses humor and storytelling as tools for awakening and healing. And in addition to his ministry, he serves as the director of engagement for Unify, a national organization that builds civic belonging through dialogue and connection across divides. If you were here in 2022, Pedro did our Jody training for us here, which was a series of workshops that we had. He lives in Lafayette with his wife Kelly and their daughters Callista and Micaiah, who continually remind him that love is both the lesson and the path. And I'm just super pleased to introduce our speaker as Pedro Silva, our associate minister.
So one of the things y'all will learn about me is if you come to the first service and the second service, they're probably going to be different. Because, well, I don't know, I just kind of try to stay with the moment, and some of the songs that you all started with has kind of changed my vibe. So I want to thank you for that, and I am curious on what I'm going to say. It's not normal for me to get writer's block or to run out of things to say. If you hung out with me long enough, you know I got a lot of things to say. But as I was kind of preparing for this service, I did feel like I was getting some kind of writer's block or some kind of thing. And I knew that there was something inside of me that had like a little bit of anxiety, which is also something that I don't often feel. And I had to get curious with it. So in our time this morning, as we look at this, the teachings of this book, The 5 Questions by Dr. James Millen, I'm going to invite us to lean into some of the questions that bring up anxiety for us in our everyday life. I've found that over the years in my engagement with my own spiritual journey, where I started out in a tradition where it was kind of like, don't question God, was what we got told. And so as a person, they mentioned the Enneagram, Sue mentioned the Enneagram. I'm a type 8 on the Enneagram, if you know anything about it. It's a challenger, so telling me not to ask questions is probably not the way to go, because I'm gonna ask. And because I asked them, they told me to go. And so I fell into progressively open spaces, and over the years, it's been an interesting journey. What I said in the earlier service, and I think it's still an apt analogy of how I feel right now. How many of you ever try to learn another language, like using Duolingo or one of those apps? You just try to learn a second language? Yeah? Okay. So I feel almost like I've been practicing this other language kind of like by myself in isolation, and now I'm coming into a country where everybody speaks that language, And so, or most people speak that language. So I may say some words and I'm like, it's not fajita, it's fajita. You know, it's like I'm gonna basically be using some language that I know how to speak on the inside. And if you've learned another language, sometimes you can hear it and you can understand it, but when you go to talk, it just comes out differently. And you're like, oh, I knew it. So I'm kind of hanging out in that space right now. But the language is in there, and the language is going to come out. And there's going to be some things that I throw out that I've gotten thrown out for saying before that I'm going to throw out here. And we'll kind of see how things go. But I'm grateful to be here and be in this space and to be in wonder with you all. A lot of people have been asking me, like, what does it feel like? What are you thinking? What's going on inside? And the only word that really, well, I say two words. The first word is wonder. I'm in a lot of wonder because this journey has kind of unfolded in front of me, and I've just not said no. If you were here for the Father's Day, I talked about this woman named Lori Harris, who, when I told her I was going to seminary, she said, oh, you need to try out Unity. And I said, I don't know what Unity is. And she said, oh, you belong in Unity, you belong in Unity. And she persisted to say it pretty much every time I talked to her. And I said, well, I'm not going that way. There's no such thing as that in my seminary. And so I went the path I went. And then when I got invited to do the Jody training here, I said, oh, hey, this is the place that Lori Harris was talking about. Maybe she tapped in and she just knew I was going to do this training here. And then lo and behold, here I am today. And I called Lori, who I hadn't talked to in a few years, and I said, you won't believe this. And she believed it. She said, I told you so. I told you. I could have saved you 15 years. So she may come here one Sunday. Maybe she's online right now. So it's been an unfolding, and I've been kind of witnessing it. And I'm sure that many of you have had this kind of unfolding in your life, this kind of knowing that emerges from not knowing. And maybe it's like you see somebody and it's just love at first sight. And you're like, I know, but I don't know how I know, right? Or maybe you go to the animal shelter and you don't want a dog. I know what that's like. And then you see one and you're like, God, yes. And then it pees on your floor and you get used to it. I'm not talking about myself. No, I am. No. But there's just like this knowing without knowing how you know. And that's the space that I'm hanging out in right now. I'm knowing, but I don't know how I know. And I'm curious of what my unknowing is going to tell me I know. You know what I'm saying. So let's get into this. So the questions in this book that they focus on are questions, a couple of them are common questions. I think we encounter them in our lives, but in different ways. And the rest are less common. I'm going to focus mostly on the common questions just because of the tensions that they invite us to explore. The first question is, why am I here? Which is a more common one. Less common, what wants to know me? What wants me to release it? What is mine to do right now, which is a little bit more common. And then a really uncommon one, do I know how great I am? So, asking all of you, do you know how great you are? So enthusiastic. I know how great I am. Let's try just a little bit more enthusiasm. You can say yes or see or shoulda or something, but just say it in whatever language comes to you. Do you know how great you are? Okay, there you go. All right, I believe you more now. All right, sweet. So in my life, generally speaking, when I look at the questions that are more common, like why am I here, it usually gets interpreted as something that's like, what is my purpose? You know? And for one reason or the other, when people ask that question, it usually kind of holds a little space of lack. You know, I'll give you an example. The first time I ever was asked that question about knowing my purpose was with a buddy who I served with in the military, and happy Veterans Day for those who served. And those who put up with those who served, because that's a whole other thing. You know? But what's your purpose? And we were sitting there eating pizza, Tucson, Arizona. I had never gotten asked that question in my life. He was just like, hey, man, you know what your purpose is? And I was like, what? He's like, do you know why you're here? And I was just wrestling with it because it just was new, a new thing. And I kind of played around in my head a little bit. I thought about some of the things from my tradition, what I was supposed to say, but none of it fit. So I just didn't say it. And I ended up saying, getting like hyper present and saying, I'm here to eat this delicious pizza and hang out with you and laugh at your silly questions. And he didn't like it. He got a little sad, and you could see like tears in his eyes. He's like, no, seriously, man, I don't know my purpose. And I laughed a little bit more because I used to have this bad habit of laughing at people when they told me their problems. I'm better now. And I said, man, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? What's your purpose? And he was just like, man, if I don't know my purpose, I don't know my meaning. And then I was like, wow, hold on, this is a real thing. And I was like, do a lot of people feel this thing? And he was just like, yeah, man. And I was just like, wow, that's interesting. Because it was definitely not a thing for me. Even I met my ex, and I guess it's probably why she's my ex. Her mom met me, and she asked me a question along those lines sometime later, but I still haven't figured it out yet. And she was just like, so what are your dreams and goals? And I was like, I don't have any. And then she was like, what? Aren't you supposed to try to impress me? You want to date my daughter, and you're going to not impress me and tell me your hopes and dreams? I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have any. So there it is. But usually that question, it brings out this sense of lack. It's like as if something's missing in you. And if you can figure out what that missing thing is, then you'll be whole. And then you can like live your life or enjoy your life or have meaning in your life or something like that. But the invitation from the indwelling Christ that we even told the children, we celebrate the Christ you are. And I was like, man, that would have been so awesome if I heard that when I was a little kid. Hey, man, I celebrate the Christ in you. Really? Awesome. You know? I heard something different. But from that indwelling Christ, these questions are asked from a place of fullness and not emptiness. There's nothing missing in you. Each and every one of us is complete right now as we are. And when we look at a question like that, why am I here? It comes from a fullness. It comes from an awareness, if we're able to tap into it, that is to say, like, more with a sense of wonder and curiosity and even excitement. Why am I here? Why am I here? Let me find out, because I'm definitely here for a reason. It's definitely a purpose. I'm here. I exist. I am. So what is that question like when you ask from a place of fullness? We're not taught that, generally speaking. We're taught some kind of illusory opposite. So I want you to hang out with that question for a second from a place of fullness, a place of wonder. Why am I here? Just kind of look inside and hang out with it. Back in 2008, during the housing crisis, I was a corporate recruiter, one of my many jobs. And I was talking to a guy on the phone, and I was talking to him about a job that paid about $150,000, which when you're making $50,000, that sounds pretty awesome. And the guy said, how are you gonna call me with a $150,000 job? How am I supposed to feed my kids on $150,000? And I was like, okay. And he's like, don't call me unless it's closer to 200,000 or somewhere in there. So I was like, all right, note to self and note in the computer, because I put it in our CRM too. And then the crash. And then I got a phone call. Hey, Dad, how's it going, guy? Hello? Hey, remember me? Called me about a job a few weeks back. I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the one that doesn't pay enough. It's like, yeah. I mean, I was being silly, man. You know, all of a sudden, that $150,000 seemed like something, right? But before that, he was filled with something, probably himself and ego. But besides that, he was filled with something that he was like, hey, I'm full. I know who I am. I got this job. I get this money. I got all these things. Soon as that went away, he went away with it. And he was gone from himself. In the tradition that I practice, there's this saying that says, whether I abase or abound, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I know when I was growing up, they never said the whether I abase or abound part. It was always like, I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me, which is basically saying I can get whatever I want with my superpowers, praying or something. But the abase or the abound part is very important because it's saying that whether there's less in the material world or whether there's a surplus in the material world, the fullness of who you are is always there. And you are always strengthened by this awareness that you are always full of what matters. And so when we look at this question, why am I here? I invite you to continue to look at it from a place of fullness. Another question that's somewhat common or more so common is, what is mine to do right now? But again, when asked in a certain context, it also brings up this sense of lack. Like, what's my job? What is the thing I have to perform? What's this transaction I have to make? It's like that. But if you come from this place of fullness, what is mine to do right now is super awesome. Because you don't even know. I'm asking myself that right now. What is mine to do right now? Mine to do right now is to be present with you. Mine to do right now is to invite you into remembering who you always are, the fullness of your essential being, that the indwelling Christ is not a fabrication. It's the reality of who we are. It's the invitation that we bring into this world. And it emerges from only love. And yet there's a lot of people forgetting it. But why do they forget it? One of the questions that I think about a lot is this question of fear. Why do we fear? And I think that it's worth examining. In our society, there's a couple things that we don't like when we are faced with questions. One of them is saying, I don't know, because a lot of us don't like it. Another one is being wrong. We don't want to be wrong. And in a lot of spiritual circles, they ask this question when you're all frustrated. They say, what are you like? Would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? Right? I'm sure y'all heard that before. The first time I heard that was from a Course in Miracles person, which is an interesting question. But a lot of people, they only feel happy when they're right. So that question creates quite a conundrum, right? But it's why? It's because we're afraid of being wrong, of making a mistake. And there used to be a time, maybe thousands and thousands of years ago, for some people, and some people still live in this, where a mistake can be life or death. But many of us are not living in that situation. We're just not. So what would it be like if we grounded ourselves in our present reality and realized that a lot of us are safer than we think we are, and we dwelled with these questions, we lived with the answers that emerged, and then we invited others into these possibilities. Some people who actually are living in danger right now. Because there are people that are in danger. They're in danger because of what they look like, what they sound like, what language they speak. They're in danger right now because their benefits got cut. There's all these different things. And then there's this underlying reality that even in their basement, they are also full, but they need to be reminded too. But if all of us think we're empty, we're in some serious trouble. So I think about that, and I think about some of the other questions. And I think it's important to present a contrast. Some of the questions that we fear. So one of the questions that we fear is probably something like, what's your problem? You ever heard that question? You do something, what's your problem? Brings up a lot of stuff. What were you thinking? Brings up a lot of stuff. Or as my friend said to me the other day, what happened to you? He was trying to remind me of my former evangelical glory. I remember you used to be like this, man. What happened to you? Did you do yoga and drink too much kombucha? Nah, but these questions, they bring up stuff for us. And one that we're really afraid of. Russ, what's wrong with you? Yeah. We hate that word. Wrong. And it's not just about like, I didn't have the right answer. Like, what's 5 times 5? Something like 30. And it's like, that was the wrong answer. It's like, it feels like you're wrong. Like your whole existence is wrong. Like, what is wrong with you? You shouldn't exist. You know, how do we get like this? And how do we get out of this? Well, Einstein said you can't solve a problem at the same level of thinking you were at when you created it, right? So first and foremost, we have to open ourselves up to a more expanded awareness, a more expanded way of thinking. And that happens often in community, being with people with different ideas, bouncing those ideas, realizing that there's some ways that you're looking at things. Like I posted, one of the last things I posted on Facebook, because I've been away from it for a while, I posted and said, one of the kindest things that someone ever said to me was, "You sound stupid." You know? And sometimes we have to hear things like that and then reflect, but understanding it is not an indictment on our very existence, but just an awareness that there's a higher way of knowing, a higher way of being. And it doesn't negate who we used to be. Like, I don't go to a 5-year-old and go, "Why aren't you 27?" You know? No, there's stages and there's ages, and we move through them progressively, ideally. We learn and we grow. We try things. I don't know if those of you who had kids, they draw a little picture of you and they go, "Look at that." And you're like, "What is that?" And you're waiting because you have no idea. And they go, "It's you. Isn't it beautiful? Doesn't it look just like you?" And what do? You lie. You say, "Hey, you know what? That does look like me when I turn my head this way and, put something in front of it." But you tell them that because you're encouraging them, because you know that there's something emerging in them. There's an artist emerging in them. There's a creativity emerging from them. They're coming from this fullness, and it just wants to come out. And what comes out doesn't look like what they think it is, but it will if you're encouraging, if you're inviting. If you, in your own growth, you remember when you were a little kid and you didn't know how to draw, or when you tried to speak a language. I know a lot of times I learned Mandarin as an adult, and a lot of kids couldn't do it because they were afraid of sounding stupid. They're afraid of making a mistake, so they wouldn't go out and say things to people. And I didn't care if I looked stupid or made a mistake because I had no purpose in my life. So I just went out and said, "Hey, I'm going to go out and just say stuff." And I went out and said stuff, and eventually I got better, I even had a guy say, "Your Chinese is pretty good. You talk like a woman." I didn't know what that meant. But to him, I guess I don't know what it meant. But all my teachers happened to be women, just like in real life. And so he was just like, he said, "Your Chinese is good. You sound like a woman." I said, "Thank you," whatever that means. But I went out there. I put myself out there, because I knew that putting myself out there wasn't going to make me lose anything. I wasn't going to become less by putting out what was emerging, because all you can do is learn if you're open. And that is the invitation of all of us. And that's the invitation of these questions, the ones that are more common and the ones that are less common. And when we engage life living in questions and living in a perpetual state of wonder, yes, there's a less predictability, but there's always enough. There's always enough because you are enough. And enoughness, only enoughness comes from enoughness. You get what I mean? Does that make sense? Or does it not make sense? Come on, you can tell me the truth. Did I make a mistake saying that? I don't mind. But that's the invitation of this time, is to be able to wrestle with and live with questions, knowing that you will always be enough, that these questions are not about what's lacking in you, but about what fullness can emerge through opening the door of questioning and living with them. That being said, I have a few questions that have come up for me. Some of the things that blocked me when I first started trying to work on this message, because I too practice being human as, I don't want to all the time, but I practice it. And some things come up. So here's a couple of questions that came up for me as I was writing. It helped me get past this because I was like, man, I'm stuck. Let me write my questions. One of them was, will people in my life see me as completely abandoning Christianity? Because that's what, like I said, some people said, like, what happened to you? You know? So I've wondered about that, mostly because of relationships. I know that the indwelling Christ is never lost, and it doesn't really freak me out. But I know that for other people who have some challenges living without strict borders and lines and how they function, they might wonder that about me. And not just wonder that, because over time, I've had people say some really terrible things to me. I've had a person come to me and tell me, don't you fear burning in a double hot hell for what you're doing? And I was like, and that was when I was in the UCC. So you know what they're going to say there now. And I've been in wonder about that, you know? And I've had to realize that, you know, there's some folks I may have to let go because we're not vibrating at the same frequency. Huh? I'm using your language. Another one is, will I inadvertently say something that will sound like some old-time religion and offend someone here? Like if I come in and I go, the song today is Onward Christian Soldiers, marching as to war. I'm not going to do that. I was in the UCC for a long time. I got all the smooth words when it comes to that. But it might pop out. It might, and if it does, just ask me a question. Like, hey, what did you mean by that? Because if I said that, I would have meant this. Is that what you meant when you said that? And I'll be like, nope, I meant something else. I meant whatever you were going to say. What were you going to say? I meant this. Oh, yes. Let's cheers kombucha, and we're good. Will the role of minister supersede my identity as an individual? Curious about that, you know? I've sat here before in the pews with my family and stuff like a regular old dude. And I am that. And will people say, minister, well, but now I have to not cuss and act like I don't drink and like just be regular, just be yourself, you know, because I'm going to be myself. I had this one instance where I was trying to be buddies with a guy when I first moved here, and he asked me to hang out, and he's like, I heard you were a minister, and I was like, oh, yeah, I am, and he was so cool, and then I joked around and said, I'm looking forward to hanging out. Maybe we can go out for a drink, and he's like, yeah, and I was like, hey, man, you like milk, right? And he was just like, yeah, and then he canceled, and then he just disappeared off my radar, and I ran into his wife one day, and I was like, hey, you know, I was supposed to hang out with your husband, and like it never happened, and I think it's because I asked him if he liked milk, and she was like, it was. I told him you were joking, but he insisted that you were a minister and that you wanted him to go out for milk. I will drink a beer with some folks, so let's be cool. And then the last one is, will some of y'all feel weird about me doing stand-up comedy? Because I told somebody I was starting to roll here, and they were like, oh, what about your comedy, man? You think they're going to carry it? Can you keep doing comedy? I was like, yeah, I think so. He's like, you better check with them. And I was like, really? And I was like, eh. So that was a thing. So in the course of hanging out here and being with you all, there may be some things that come up. We're all human. But we also have the divine in us, divine that is constantly waiting to emerge, full of fullness, and always flourishing if we invite it. And so that happens when we ask questions. The way I look at questions, living with questions, is like being rooted. And you have a plant that's rooted, and it flowers, and it emerges, and it draws from its source. And then when you have answers, it's like cutting the flower off. And it's beautiful, but it also starts to die as soon as you cut it off. And so the invitation is for us to live rooted in these things so that we don't get cut off and start to get all crusty. Final thing before I let you go. In the Course in Miracles, it says that nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists. We are real, which is another way of saying we are royal. You know that, did you? And so there is no threat ultimately to who we are. The only threat is the denial of who we are and the denial of that very same essence in others. And so as we prepare to go out in this world, be as real as possible, be as rooted as possible, see it in others, invite it into every encounter you have, and at some point we will see a world that reflects the reality of who we are. So it is.
Wow. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I needed to hear everything you said today. Thank you. That's awesome. Ready? Yep. Is this the end or only the beginning? The second chance you never thought you'd get. The question is, will you do something with it or spend your days lost in your regret? This is the story of your life. You decide how the rest is gonna read. This is your chance between the lines to redefine the kind of legacy you leave. This is the story of your life, and it's a story worth telling. Worth telling. Oh, breathe in deep. Feel your heart still beating. Let's go see the reason you're alive. Oh, you are here, and love is up to something. So take your fear and leave it all behind. This is the story of your life. You decide how the rest is gonna read. This is the chance between the lines to redefine what kind of a legacy you leave. This is the joy, this is the pain, and all the pages in between. Your finest hour, your weakest moments. It's where you've been, it's where you are, it's where you're going. This is the story of your life. You decide how the rest is gonna read. This is your chance between the lines to redefine what kind of a legacy you leave. This is the story of your life. Go tell the story of your life, 'cause it's a story worth telling. Worth telling. Ooh. Is this the end or only the beginning?
Thank you so much, Stephanie and Kat. Beautiful. Love is up to something. I love that line. Really cool. So our purpose statement was written a while ago, and it was the way that we as a community at that point expressed why we gather on Sundays and do all the things in between each Sunday. So let's say it together and just remind ourselves. We commit to increasing our spiritual awareness, diversifying our community, manifesting our highest potential, and positively impacting the world. And we are very grateful for the impact that you have on our world here at Columbine. And we don't know the impact you have elsewhere, but I know you have it. So we're very grateful for that as well. Just all these beings out in the world getting love up to something. So at this time in the service, one of the ways that we invite you to have an impact here is financially. So we like to bless our offering each week and send it on its way with that loving energy. So please say our offering blessing with me. God's love has always met and will always meet all my needs. I give freely, I receive abundantly, and I am grateful. And as the offering bags make their way through the sanctuary, we turn and give a wave to our online viewers and our production team who make it possible. Thank you. And hello out there in virtual land. We're grateful for that technology. And if you're here for the first time or for the first time in a long time, please join us in Foss Hall afterwards. We'd love to get to know you a little better and or reconnect. And then let me tell you a little bit about what's coming up or what's happening this month. So through the entire month of November, until the last Sunday of November, we are doing our donation drive, which we do twice a year for Sister Carmen. And I'm sure everybody in here is aware of cuts in funding for families who receive food benefits. And so our donations matter even more than usual. So we have 2 bins. One is getting quite full, the other one's in Foss Hall, and our intention is to fill both and maybe even call them and say, bring a third one. We told you we just needed 2, but let's get a third one in here. So your generosity here makes a big difference for the people who go to the food bank at Sister Carmen, and we thank you in advance. And then next weekend is the art show and craft fair, and this is a way that you, if you are a creative person in that way on paper or with jewelry or things like that, that you were invited to participate in this. So come and share with your fellow Columbiners on Saturday or Sunday and see what they've been up to with their creativity. Invite your friends, it's open to the public, and some items will be for sale and some will be just for your visual enjoyment. And then, if you love to sing and you haven't joined the Christmas choir yet, this is your personal invitation to do so. We have a lot of fun singing, and we believe, I think you would agree, that we add to the Christmas Eve service by our singing. So, and right now, there's a special opportunity if you need childcare, if that's the one thing that's keeping you from participating, we're working on making that happen. So the first rehearsal is November 16th, and childcare is provided. So you can talk to me afterwards about that if you have any questions, or find details in your Thursday email update. And then, as Annalisa and Jeannie mentioned, the 23rd will be the youth-led service. They will greet you when you come in. They will do the readings. They will do the singing. They're very excited about it. And the theme is a crowded table, and there's a space for you. So hopefully every seat here will be filled, and maybe even a few people standing, so that we can really celebrate our youth as they learn how to step into their spiritual journey. And we've got a lot going on here, folks. So 32 years ago, a couple weeks later from now, Columbine was founded. And we're celebrating that today with cake. And so are our founders in the room? Colleen and George. Is Pat Foss standing in the back? There's Pat. I haven't seen Glenn. So they started this 32 years ago. And so we're going to have cake to celebrate because next weekend would be a little too busy with the art fair. And Reverend Sue would like to introduce Carrie.
So Wednesday was a big day for us. We had 2 new employees start on Wednesday, and we had just so everybody is aware that Laura is still with us. Laura has decided to step away from her admin responsibilities and wants to just focus on music. So she's going to continue to be our music coordinator. She's going to continue to do music here about once a month. Yeah, she's amazing. And it opened up an opportunity for us to hire somebody new. And we are really pleased that we have a new administrative coordinator. Her name is Carrie Taquichi, and she brings a warmth and a creativity and administrative experience to Columbine. She's the mother of twins. She's worked in office administration, client support, as well as jewelry design, veterinary technology, and education. She has a degree in veterinary technology, baking, and fine art photography, and loves to use her acquired skills in her daily life. She and her husband, Ted, co-developed a tactile art project that transforms photographs into touchable 3D prints for the blind and low vision community. She's passionate about community, accessibility, and bringing people together through art and service, and I think she's going to be a wonderful, wonderful addition to our staff. So, Carrie, please stand up so everybody can see who you are. She's right here. Yeah. Yeah. And so Carrie's office is going to be downstairs in what Jeannie used to have as the YFM storage closet. It's cleared out. We're just still looking for a desk for her, but her office is going to be down there. Pedro is going to be in what was Laura's office behind the bookstore, so just so you know where everybody is. And Pedro and Carrie and I will be out in the greeting line after the service, so if you want to welcome them, that would be very, very beautiful. So thank you.
A lot of things transitioning around here. Who is our ambassador for today? Oh, Teresa, thank you so much. So if you have questions, look for Teresa in the foyer or in Foss Hall. And who are our prayer chaplains? Oh, Vicki and Gretchen, thank you so much. We have 2 most every Sunday for 11 a.m., and we are blessed with that. So take advantage of it. And now let's stand for our final song and our prayer for protection.
Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. of praise. Spirit in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit in this place.